Hello, everybody. Superior Stacker here, guys. Today we are going to be talking about what most don't know about silver, and there is a lot of little things that most people don't know. Some of you might know some of them, and some might actually be like, "Oh, that's interesting." So before we get started, guys, please hit that subscribe button. A lot of viewers are checking out the channel, but they're not subscribing. It's free. Why not hit the subscribe button? It really helps out the channel to reach out new viewers. So please do that. And let's get to it, guys. Well, first of all, silver is just an amazing metal. Um, did you guys know that silver is the most conductive metal of all the metals out there? Its rating is 100 out of 0 to 100. It's at 100, which is very impressive if you ask me. For example, copper is at a 97, guys. And as you all know, there's a lot of copper and wiring, probably because of the price. But hey, copper is at a 97. And if you were to compare it to gold, gold is at a 76, which is not as conductive as silver, apparently. And to me, that's very interesting. And it's what makes it very conductive is its crystal structure and single electron, which makes the electrons move more freely, apparently. So that's why it's very conductive, and that's just very impressive. And it has a lot of qualities. So it's definitely used a lot in the industrial industry for sure. Another thing that you might know or might not know, silver is the most reflective metal. It's 95% of reflects 95% of light, which is very impressive. Apparently, it's almost at that 100%. It's used for coating mirrors, optical systems, telecommunications, electronics, and of course, one that you all know and we are all aware of is solar panels, and that's becoming very, very popular lately with the big movement of going more green. And if you ask me, there's nothing wrong with solar panels, but I don't know. I don't think it could sustain. Like, remember what happened that one time it got very cold in some of the southern states, and there was a lot of freezes. It just all the batteries got messed up. So the windmills and the solar panels, they had difficulty holding up. But anyway, it's using all of those things. So another thing that you might not know, or you might, silver, one of silver's properties, it's very, very unique, and it's been used for a long, long time, is it's antimicrobial. And to this day, it's still being used in hospitals and medical supplies. So, you know, even the people back in the day knew about it. It kills bacteria, fungi, and some viruses. Uh, Silver's antimicrobial qualities come from its positively charged silver ions that apparently target microorganisms, which is very interesting, guys. And it's also actually very cool that it does that. And this is a very nice piece right here. I really like the flag. I don't have that many bars, believe it or not, but there are some very pretty ones out there, guys, for sure. Well, getting back to the subject, we're kind of getting out of subject. I apologize. Uh, Antimicrobial colloidal silver, you probably have heard of it. It's one of the first, it's been out for a long time, and it helped fight people that were injured, especially during World War One. To keep them healthy and no bacteria growing and just to fight infection. But did you guys know that as far as 4000 BC, wealthy people had, they would store their food and liquids in silver vessels. And they, of course, also had silver plates and utensils to go along with that. So it actually kept their food healthier. Well, not, it helped them, the food not spoil as quickly, and to keep it, it would prolong the longevity of that food stain or the liquids, especially like milk or other things. So I thought that was very interesting. And apparently, the Chinese emperor and his advisors in the court would actually use silver chopsticks. And I'm pretty sure they use utensils as well. So that's probably what started all like I'm pretty sure like a lot of our grandparents or older generations, they would have the silver plates, the silver spoons, forks, all the utensils. So it actually started a very long time ago. And it wasn't just showing something about wealth, of course, even though the wealthy were the only ones that could actually do that in previous times, but it had that value of just making sure no the food wouldn't spoil as fast, or the liquids such as milk. Another one thing that I thought was very interesting was in the 19th century, baby pacifiers were actually, some of them were silver. So talk about the child being healthy and having uh, a pacifier that was made out of silver, and it could actually fight off bacteria and be a healthier child. So that was very interesting. So I don't know if that's where the term came, a silver spoon, born with a silver spoon, but it actually, some people say that it meant a healthy baby. And because of the pacifier that was made out of silver. And I thought that was very interesting. Also, some of the early American settlers, I don't know if you had heard of or known of this, but some of the early American settlers, what they would do is they would get a silver dollar, either a Morgan or a piece, depending on the time, and they would put it in the milk container to help the milk not spoil as quickly. And they might have put it in a river if they were near a river to keep it cooler, but they would put a silver dollar in there. And to this day, guys, in other countries, especially like in third world countries, they're coming out with these devices that have silver for purifying the water. And in some places, they even have purification, like these mugs that you would put your water in. And as you're pouring it out, it has like little ports where it has silver, and it would actually help the water, purify the water in one way. By the way, this is just another amazing coin. Some of my favorite. I only think I have 2 or 3, but that Greek owl from Anui. But they were commemorating. Very pretty coin for sure, guys. But yeah, guys, going back to that, that was just very interesting how the silver properties of it being antimicrobial is just amazing. So that's something to maybe think about too. If the crap were to hit the fan, and you would find a quick way of purifying water. But I'm sure if you're into stacking, especially prepping stacking, you have bought many utensils to help purify water if something bad were to go bad, or even an emergency such as like the hurricanes now that cause those problems in many states where you couldn't get no water because of the pumps couldn't run, and just the floods. So it's just kind of thinking and learning from the people before us and what they would do to make it, purifying water, keeping your milk not spoil, and also for antimicrobial benefits such as burns or cuts, and to keep you healthy. It's just amazing how they just learned how to survive, and they used what was available. And even to this day, we're still using silver in the emergency rooms. So, guys, I started stacking while I was in high school, as some of you might know. That's when I really started getting into it. To me, silver wasn't something like, oh, I'm gonna get rich. I more other than liking the coins and and the historical part of it, or just owning bullion. What I really wanted, the main thing that got me into it, was I wanted to have that stability of a savings. It was more of a savings and thinking about the future, especially if there was a currency uh, collapse of some sort, or just the dollar losing its purchasing power. As we all know, the dollar is losing its purchasing power over time, as we all could see in the prices. If you compare, even go back to the 30s and 40s of what $100 could buy you. I've seen a video out there of what $100 could buy you starting in the 1900s, and it's just impressive. And I get it, stuff needs to go up, but man, it's still like, whew. So to me, silver is a wealth preservation. And of course, I get it. Most people do say it's manipulated, and I totally do agree, because there's no way that silver should be the price it should be. Right now, it's like at $31.64. When I first started, it was like around $12 to $14 an ounce, maybe even a little lower. I might have been paying that out the door with the premium. So again, you know, I believe it holds your value, purchasing power for sure. and you can't go wrong. I'm happy with it. So it's not just holding your purchasing power, it's holding that generational wealth. It's giving you generational wealth. So each time I get a coin, it be an ounce or silver dimes or even a 5-ounce coin or whatever it might be, bar, gold, whatever it is on the precious metals, especially silver, I know that I'm increasing my generational wealth for me and my family, and I'm holding purchasing power for the future, for the time to come when I do need to liquidate some of them or even maybe make some purchases, guys. So I'm actually happy with it. I'm happy each time I get more and more silver adding to the stack. So that's my take on it, honestly. And I'm really, really, really happy with it. Like I said, I enjoy each time I go to the coin store, or even if I do an online purchase. Even though I don't do much online, I do more of the coin store. I like to help my local shops for sure. Unless there's some good deals online, you can't go wrong with that. Well, guys, that's the video. Some of the things that most people don't know about silver.